So this is making my rolls in my micro bakery. So we'll get on with the video.
So this is the rolls mixing. Now this is such a nice little machine it is. It's just big enough for what I need. Just spray some oil around the outside of the bowl. This helps to release the dough from the bowl. Now I'm going to put this onto the table. The only downside to this is because that bowl doesn't come off, it is a bit more difficult to clean. So I'm going to start to scale off the baguette rolls. Now this is at 8 ounces and then I basically just split them in two. Now this, what I'm doing now, is I'm actually scaling off the actual rolls itself. So I'm taking around about 9 ounces and then I'll split that into 5. So it makes 5 little individual rolls. I know it seems like a pain in the backside doing it this way, but unfortunately without my big machine, which I can do 30 at a time, this is what I've got to put up with at the moment. I have got the machine in the bakery at the moment, but unfortunately it needs a good clean before I actually get to use it. So what I'm going to be doing is just rolling these out and moulding them long. I think you've seen this before in one of my videos, which I've shown you before. And this is basically what you do at home. And this is what I would be doing at home. I wouldn't be normally doing this as in a commercial premises, but unfortunately, without that little machine, I'm pretty much stuffed. But nevertheless, it doesn't make any difference. I mean, this is just ideal. In fact, it's taken me back to old school, really. Whereas if you haven't got a machine, you do miss it. If you had a machine and then you took it away, you do miss it. But unfortunately, I feel as though I am actually missing my machine. But that's just laziness, isn't it? Now I'm rolling them out just to get the right length. Because if they're too small, when I mark them out, you'd struggle to actually get the right size roll. Each of these rolls are going to weigh in around about 2 ounces each, which is a fairly good size roll. Now, if you take a supermarket roll, they're less than that because they're all bumped up with a shed full of additives. Right, now I've rolled them all out. Now this is the fun. Bit of flour, and now I'm going to be cutting them up with my set of wheels. There you go. Just press hard down. You can say this is quite easy, really. I mean, you've probably seen me do this before in one of my videos. So if you're looking for a set of wheels like this set of wheels cost me around about, vaguely remember, about 30 quid. And now what we're going to do is just hand mold everything. I'll give you some idea. The actual machine itself would actually mold these flatter. And the funny thing is, I'm actually rolling them round. So in fact, when they're put on a tray and they bake off, they actually turn out round and not sort of like a flat type round roll. Now I'm trying up the baguette rolls. All I'm doing is left them on the table and all I'm doing is just pulling them out with my hands. This makes life so simple. Now, this isn't a full production of rolls today. And that's only because one of our main arteries into our town has been basically blocked. And they've dug the road up, so it's sort of made delays, so we've had to cut things back down. So once you get the baguette rolls done, all I'm doing is cutting the tops with a pair of scissors. Gives that nice look to it. Or in some cases, it's almost like having a hedgehog roll. And there you go. All I'll be doing now is proving all these rolls up for around about 45 minutes, give or take. And this is the baps. All we do is roll them out flat, as you've probably seen many a time on my channel. And if you haven't, this is how to do it. Just roll them out one way, and turn it around the other way, and then roll it out the other way. It's that simple.
So I think the bread rolls are ready, so let's have a look. Oh yeah. The baps. Baguette rolls. And crusty rolls. So the baguette rolls are 450 Celsius, and the baps are going to go in exactly the same type of oven as well. No steam at all. And the only difference is I keep this shut, and later on I'll actually open it up. So we'll get the crusty rolls. Crusty rolls are going to take around about 15 minutes to bake in that oven. Now what I will do is turn it up so it's actually higher, bottom and top, because I like them nice and black. You know the one, black rolls. Right, we'll leave that there until they're ready, and we'll pop back in a minute. Well, usually the baps take around about 7 minutes, and the baguette rolls take around about 12 minutes. There they are, nice baps.
One of the things you've got to do with these Pico ovens is turn the products round, because it's to get that nice even bake. For some reason they don't evenly bake very well, and it's a bit annoying really, but it's one of those issues you have to overcome when you buy a Pico Plus oven. Right, the baguette rolls are ready, so what we'll do is get them out of the oven. Now I haven't used any steam on these, so they've got more of a drier look. They do look good, don't they? Yummy. Right, we're back to turning some rolls round in the oven. Ah, there we go. Bit white, aren't they? Yeah, that's just the way they are. Right, now we're going to get some crusted rolls out with a bit of luck. Now, they've been baking in this oven now for around about 15 minutes. Oh, they do look good, don't they?
So let's have a look and see what we've actually baked. This is what I actually done on the table earlier. So this is the crusty rolls. They got that nice crack to them. And this is the baguette rolls. Now I've actually done them previously with some wash on the top, but people didn't like it, and also they didn't like the glazy look. Baps. And there we go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now this is just an insight of how I do my bread rolls. Now I will do one on buns and bread, and I'll show you that as well. Also the sourdough. And obviously, if you remember going back to my earlier videos, I was talking about the prover, and that is the prover. In fact, all it is basic hot water in a warm. In fact, the cost of this was practically nothing really. Obviously I already got the stainless steel rack and the trays, but the actual cover itself, 30 quid. And I don't mind telling you, it's so protective. Now, if you take, for example, after you finish work, you can actually put this down, cover it over, and take down the zips like this, and everything's protected in there. And when they get rotten and they don't look very special, you can just throw them in the bin and buy some more. Like for 30 odd quid, I don't think you can go wrong from that. So there you go, folks. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe and please share, and don't forget there's a link there if you want to buy me a coffee. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters!